Dengan izin Yang Arif. Persidangan mahkamah pada hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan perintah kawalan pergerakan yang berkuat kuasa sehingga 20 Disember 2020. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Hakim Dato Sri Mariana Haji Yahya. Petisyen untuk terima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Petisyen pertama WA-18-41-01-2020 Emilia Liu Jinwen.
Dengan izin
Yang Arif. Nama saya Emilia Liu Jinwen, Pempetisyen pertama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Eng Yu Hui, Peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen pertama, Emilia Liu Jingwing, bersama dengan rakan-rakan terpelajar saya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Muhammad Fitri bin Sadaruddin, Peguam Kanan Persekutuan mewakili Jabatan Peguam Negara.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Teh Sek Hock, saya mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Daniel Anamalai bagi pihak Kuala Lumpur Bar Komiti dan juga Selangor Bar Komiti.
Pohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa English. Terima kasih Yang Arif. With your kind permission, my lady, allow me to introduce your petitioner, Emilia Liu Jingwen. The petitioner was born on 18th of February 1995 in Miri, Sarawak, and is the eldest child of Mr. Lee Kun and Madam Kwang Chai Hong, her proud parents, who are currently behind the screen now witnessing her academic and chambering success. An achievement which is the result of their sacrifices and emphasis on the importance of education, which was a luxury during their time. The luxury of which they have bestowed on her, and now she became the first in the family who has completed her tertiary education and get called to the bar. Upon passing her certificate in legal practice, commonly known as CLP, she started her pupillage with Mercer P.S. Ranjan and Co. under the tutelage of Mr. Ranjan. As a pupil in chambers, she had a great time of learning and exploring the field of medical legal under her master's guidance. The most important life lesson she learned from her master, I was told, is that she must have a questioning mind as it invites conversation, understanding, and knowledge growth. On this memorable day, your petitioner wishes to thank her parents, sister Amanda Liu, boyfriend Sean, for their unconditional love, support, and sacrifices. They have not stopped believing in her despite failure. They have constantly pushed her to achieve great heights in life and lead her to the path of success. She would also like to thank her pupil master, Mr. Ranjan, for his guidance and support. She will not forget the important lessons she has learned that practicing law should be honorable and ethical. Thank you to her pupil mates, Guna, Wei Ping, Desmond, and Nemo, who are always there for her to make tough times bearable. She is grateful to her other partners and legal associates who were and still are her mentors, who provide endless stream of guidance and advice to her, not forgetting all her other colleagues at Mercer P.S. Ranjan. She also thanked me. I reckon I need not mention that. The honor is mine today. My lady, I believe the papers are in order and that your petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I wonder whether my learned friends from the Attorney General Chambers, Bar Council, and KL Bar Committee would have any objection to this petition.
Kami tak ada bantahan Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
I humbly move this honourable court to admit and enroll the petitioner Chiang Yi as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Emilia Liu Jingwen sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Emilia Liu Jingwen dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran untuk pempetisyen menyarungkan jubahnya sendiri.
Silakan Cik Amelia Liu Jingwen.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Pempetisyen kedua WA-18-291-02-2020 Sharon Lim Yunzeng.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Sharon Lim Yunzeng, pempetisyen kedua.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Esmala, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak pempetisyen Sharon Lim Yunzeng. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia, Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, sebelum saya mengusulkan pendengaran permohonan pempetisyen untuk diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk memberi sedikit latar belakang mengenai pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris. I'm obliged, my lady. May I introduce your petitioner, Sharon Lim Yunzeng. Your petitioner was born on 30th of May, 1996 in Kuala Lumpur and is the third child of Mr. Lim Kim Ong and Madam Lee Sun Han. Your petitioner did her family proud when she successfully graduated with a degree in law from the Multimedia University. Your petitioner was actively involved in extracurricular activities such as the Multimedia Law Society, the Archery Club, and the Chinese Orchestra Society. As the president of the Chinese Orchestra Society from 2016 to 2017, your petitioner had the opportunity to expand her interest in the history of Chinese orchestra, that which also instilled in her the importance of teamwork in all section members of the orchestra. She also thought the orchestra, particularly the string section of the orchestra, theory and practical sessions. Your petitioner also further took part in the event organizing committee where the Law Society had successfully invited several prominent legal figures to attend the law night and also the law moot competition. Upon graduating, my lady, your petitioner commenced a pupillage in Mrs. A. Bhaskaran and Co. under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Bhaskaran A. Arulchanan. Your petitioner was fortunate to be tasked with various legal research and drafting in debt recovery, construction, corporate, family matters, and even committal proceedings. On this day of admission, my lady, your petitioner wishes to express her utmost gratitude and heartful appreciation to the following persons. To her parents, to her sister, Miss Amy Lim, and all the other siblings who have stood by her throughout their journey leading to this special day. Your petitioner is thankful for all the sacrifices and love her parents have given her and her siblings. My lady, your petitioner particularly would like to thank her pupil master, Mr. Bhaskaran Anak Lelaki Aruchunan, for all the guidance, patience, support, and care given during her pupillage. The petitioner learned many things from her pupil master. She is, according to him, the perfect stellar example of what a capable and ethical litigation lawyer is. Your petitioner wishes to also thank her close friends for always aiding her whenever she faced challenges, her legal aid friends who made the legal aid days filled with joy. Her legal aid experience in the United Nations Commissioner of Refugees was invaluable, as she has given the opportunity to contribute by making law more accessible to the helpless. Apart from her pupil master, your petitioner believes that it takes a firm to mold a pupil in chambers into a practitioner worthy of the good name of the legal profession. For that, your petitioner expresses her heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to Encik Nizam and her colleagues for their guidance, love, support, and advice, and making her time such a meaningful and unforgettable experience. Yang Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa segala kertas-kertas berkenaan adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari ketiga-tiga badan berkenaan tiada bantahan terhadap Pempetisyen ini. Maka saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen Sharon Lim Yun Zeng diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Pohon diperkenalkan.
Pihak AGC tiada bantahan ya Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan ya Arif.
Tiada bantahan ya Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Sharon Lim Yun Zeng sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan memerintahkan nama Cik Sharon Lim Yun Zeng dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Kini saya memohon kebenaran untuk Pempetisyen sendiri menyarungkan jubah.
Silakan Cik Sharon Lim Yun Zeng.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen ketiga WA-18-1929-11-2019 Melissa anak perempuan Ashraf Victor Jagadesan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Melissa anak perempuan Ashraf Victor Jagadesan, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya K. Shanmuga, Peguam bagi pihak Pempetisyen dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya telah pun diperkenalkan tadi. Saya pohon izin untuk meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris. May it please your ladyship, as is customary, please allow me to say a few words of introduction. The petitioner's mother, Begum, is a retired childhood educator, while her father is in business. Your petitioner is the oldest of two sisters. The move to a virtual call has been a boon to the petitioner's family. Her sister now in Holland, her younger sister who is about to head to Canada can also share in these proceedings. After spending her formative years in Kuala Lumpur, including at the convent Bukit Nanas, your petitioner moved to Penang to do her international baccalaureate. Unusually, she then went to the far north of Scotland, to the University of Dundee, as the recipient of a prestigious overseas student scholarship from the University of Dundee. Yang Arif, despite her sweet tooth, your petitioner has not heard of the famous Dundee cake that bears the name of the city, but says she's going to go and look for the recipe now. During her time in Scotland, your petitioner took part in various programs in the university where law students deal with members of the public. A street law project where an interactive way for high school students to learn about the criminal litigation process, and a legal clinic where simple legal advice was given. Her university stint even took her to Holland, where she worked at various odd jobs and picked up a working knowledge of Dutch. She eventually graduated with a 2:1 degree in English law and then underwent the bar professional training course at Manchester Metropolitan University, eventually being called to the bar of the Middle Temple. But over the summer holidays before her year at bar, a fortuitous encounter happened. The petitioner's kakak Seri, who worked as a part-time cleaner not only at the petitioner's home, but also at a law firm, introduced the petitioner to who would become her pupil master, the inimitable and glamorous Hani Tan Le Ian. Of course, though she's sadly no longer with us, it was thus the late Kakak Seri who brought pupil and master together. And the petitioner has asked me to recognize and acknowledge her contribution at this time. Your petitioner's foray into the law was because she wanted to help those in need to get justice. Her internship at Tan Law Practice and then her pupillage with Ms. Hani Tan offered her plenty of opportunities to work on matters where victims of human rights abuse seek redress. I had the opportunity to work with Ms. Tan and the petitioner on one of those matters, and I was very impressed with the petitioner's legal research skills, her clear thinking, and her immense enthusiasm for the law. Yang Arif, as is customary, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to say a few words of thanks. Naturally, her greatest appreciation and deepest gratitude are to her parents and her sisters for their love, comfort, and support. She expresses her affection for her best friend, Benji, who I understand is a furry, four-legged bundle of joy who loves to wag his tail whenever he sees the petitioner. And of course, her many other human friends with whom she has shared her tears and laughter over the years. And of course, her ever grateful thanks to Ms. Hani Tan and all the lawyers and members of staff at Tan Law Practice for making her pupillage experience so enriching and fulfilling. My lady, I have every confidence that the petitioner is eminently fit and proper to be admitted to the bar, and I believe all her papers are in order and that the relevant bodies have no objections. Dengan itu, Yang Arif, saya memohon supaya Pempetisyen Melissa, anak perempuan Ashraf Victor Jagadisan, diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Pihak kami tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Melissa, anak perempuan Ashraf Victor Jagadisan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Melissa, anak perempuan Ashraf Victor Jagadisan dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Much obliged. Pohon that the petitioner, for the first of what I hope will be many times, to adorn the robe herself.
Silakan Cik Melissa, anak perempuan Ashraf Victor Jagadisan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya.
Pempetisyen keempat WA-18-2043-12-2019 Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi, pempetisyen keempat.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Amalia Muhammad Said, hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi, dan saya percaya kehadiran rakan bijaksana saya juga, iaitu yang mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah memperkenalkan diri mereka sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, ditetapkan hari ini untuk pendengaran kandungan 17, iaitu petisyen penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya bagi pempetisyen Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi. Sebelum saya rujuk kepada kandungan 17 ini Yang Arif, saya mohon terlebih dahulu untuk memberikan latar belakang pempetisyen Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen telah dilahirkan pada 22 Ogos 1996 di Kuantan, Pahang. Anak kedua daripada 4 orang adik-beradik, anak anda kepada Encik Suhaimi bin Adam dan Puan Rosmawati binti Abdul Wahid. Pempetisyen telah mendapat pendidikan awal beliau di Sekolah Rendah Indra Mahkota Utama dan Sekolah Menengah Abdul Rahman Talib, kedua-duanya di Kuantan, Pahang. Sejak dari usia 13 tahun lagi, pempetisyen telah menyimpan cita-cita untuk menjadi seorang peguam kerana pempetisyen dengan ikhlasnya dan sesungguhnya percaya bahawa peguam adalah salah satu pekerjaan yang mulia dan penting dalam pembentukan dan pembangunan masyarakat, Yang Arif. Bersandarkan kepercayaan tersebut, pempetisyen telah memilih pengajian Sarjana Muda Undang-Undang dengan kepujian di Universiti Teknologi Mara dan kemudiannya telah berjaya menamatkan pengajian beliau dengan cemerlang pada tahun 2019. Pempetisyen merupakan seorang pelajar yang tekun dalam pelajarannya dan mempunyai minat yang mendalam dalam bidang undang-undang ini, Ya Arif. Setelah menamatkan pengajian undang-undang beliau, pempetisyen telah menjalani tempoh latihan dalam kamar di Tetuan Maslina Yi and Partners di bawah bimbingan Puan Maslina binti Zaid. Sepanjang tempoh tersebut, pempetisyen telah diajar dengan teratur dan sempurna dalam berbagai aspek undang-undang, terutamanya dalam prosedur litigasi, pengkhususan dalam hal ehwal syarikat yang pada pendapat pempetisyen merupakan komponen penting yang perlu dikuasai oleh seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara di era ini. Pada hari ini, Yang Arif, pempetisyen ingin mengambil peluang ini untuk merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada kedua ibu bapa beliau, Encik Suhaimi dan Puan Rosmawati, kerana memberikan sokongan dan didikan dengan penuh ikhlas tanpa kenal erti penat lelah sehingga beliau dapat menjadi seorang manusia yang berguna sehingga ke hari ini. Seterusnya, pempetisyen juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada rakan-rakan yang memberikan bantuan dan sokongan sepanjang tempoh pengajian dan latihan dalam kamar beliau, dan pempetisyen dengan penuh ikhlas, Ya Arif, menyatakan bahawa beliau amat menghargai persahabatan yang telah beliau perolehi sepanjang tempoh tersebut. Pempetisyen juga merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan beliau kepada Puan Maslina, Puan Zafirah, Encik Hasif, Cik Hafiza, Cik Hashimah dan Cik Alisa dari Tetuan Maslina Yi and Partners yang telah membimbing dan menyumbang kepada pengalaman dan memberi pendedahan yang sangat berguna kepada pempetisyen sepanjang tempoh latihan dalam kamar beliau. Yang Arif, secara peribadi, saya pernah berjumpa dengan pempetisyen sewaktu beliau masih kecil lagi. Saya percaya minat beliau ini adalah tercetus daripada fakta bahawa ibu beliau, Puan Rosmawati Abdul Wahid, adalah seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara juga, iaitu di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan kini mempunyai firma di Tetuan Hamidah Rosmawati and Associate Kuantan. Saya juga merakamkan harapan yang tinggi kepada pempetisyen ini agar dapat menyambung legasi pengamal undang-undang negara ini dengan dedikasi dan amanah. Dengan itu yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang yang layak dan sesuai untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam bela mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai bantahan terhadap petisyen ini. Saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar dapat diberikan perintah seperti yang dipohon kandungan 17. Seterusnya, pempetisyen Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Pihak AGC.
Terima kasih.
Pihak AGC tiada bantahan ya Arif.
Sorry, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi sebagai peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih ya Arif. Saya memohon agar pempetisyen dapat sendiri menyarungkan jubah beliau. Ya Arif.
Silakan Encik Muhammad Mustaqim bin Suhaimi.
Terima kasih ya Arif.
Pempetisyen kelima WA-18-2139-12-2019 Fu Weiji.
Dengan izin yang Arif, nama saya Fu Weiji, pempetisyen kelima.
Dengan izin yang Arif, saya Muhammad Azrul bin Abdul Hamid bagi pihak pempetisyen Encik Fu Weiji. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Arif, saya memohon untuk meneruskan ucapan ini dalam bahasa Inggeris Arif.
Yeah.
My lady, the petitioner Fu Weiji was born on the 4th of September 1996 in Batu Pahat. He is the youngest child of Mr. Fu Yungi and Madam Yeo Sai Hing. The petitioner was not an aspiring lawyer until he graduated from the Chinese High School Batu Pahat in 2014. Having realized how important the law is in our daily lives, the petitioner decided to study law where he would be able to see things from a different perspective and of course to help people with their legal issues. The petitioner then read law at the University of Liverpool in the United Kingdom and graduated in 2018. He completed his bar professional training course at the University of Law Birmingham, and he was called to the Bar of England and Wales at the Honourable Society of Middle Temple in 2019. The petitioner then completed his pupillage under my learned friend, Miss Yvonne Ong, at Mrs. Roger Darrell and Lowe. On this day, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank firstly his parents, Mr. Fu Yunyi and Madam Yeo Sai Hing, for being his pillar of strength and for their unconditional love over the years. Most importantly, the values that his parents have instilled in him. To his partner, Ms. Serene Lee, for always being supportive, patient, and a great listener to the petitioner. He looks forward to achieving more with Ms. Serene in his life. To his siblings, Fu Wei Qian, Fu Wei Chao, Lau Kai Si, Fu Wei Li, for their encouragement. Also to Mr. William Lee Tian Seong and Madam Tan Yu Moy for their kindness and generosity when the petitioner was doing his pupillage in Kuala Lumpur. To his pupil master, Ms. Yvonne Ong, who has unselfishly helped and guided the petitioner from the first day of his pupillage. Without her effort, his pupillage would not have gone so smoothly. To all his friends that has met throughout the journey for the memories and for their help. Last but not least, to his ex-colleagues in Rajadara and Low, his fellow pupils for making his pupillage experience fun and memorable. Also to the lawyers in the firm for giving him the opportunities to learn and grow. Yang Arif, saya percaya surat cara Pempetisyen adalah teratur dan bahawa tiada bantahan dari tiga badan yang berkenaan. Dengan rendah diri, saya memohon supaya Pempetisyen diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Fu Wei Ji sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Fu Wei Ji dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya juga memohon supaya Pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menjubahkan dirinya sendirian.
Silakan Encik Fu Wei Ji.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Yes.
Pempetisyen ke-6 WA-182184-12-2019 Gary Huang Zili.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Gary Huang Zili, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Encik Faris, please unmute yourself.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Faris Jinnah, Peguam Penyusul hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Gary Huang Zili pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Yeah.
If it pleases your ladyship, I respectfully crave leave to introduce your humble petitioner. Your humble petitioner, Mr. Huang, was born in Ipoh, Perak. He's the youngest in the family, born to Mr. Huang Xinmian and Madam Pang Nyok Hyong. The petitioner grew up with his three other elder brothers, namely Jian, Jack, and Andy. He received both his primary and secondary education in the Venerable St. Michael's Institution in Ipoh, Perak. On September 2015, the petitioner embarked on his journey to read law through the University of London via its external program at Brickfields Asia College and obtained his Bachelor's of Laws with honours in 2018. Thereafter, the petitioner sat for his professional papers in the Certificate of Legal Practice. While studying for the CLP, the petitioner interned at Messrs. Ho Partnership
During the petitioner's internship under the supervision of Mr. Brian Ho Jian Hao and Mr. Wilson Ho Shin Lik, he was exposed to the practical aspects of law. Your humble petitioner successfully completed the CLP in 2019 and was offered a pupillage position in Messrs. Ho Partnership under the tutelage of Mr. Brian Ho Jian Hao. With a blink of an eye, 9 months had passed, and with limitations caused by the current COVID-19 pandemic, your humble petitioner stands before your ladyship different and tempered. Myself, as a practitioner and often visiting my neighbors, my firm's neighbor, Messrs. Ho Partnership, I have observed Mr. Huang's growth as a person and marveled at how he has matured professionally. My lady, on this day, your humble petitioner would like to express his deepest love and gratitude to his parents, Mr. Huang and Madam Pang, for their unconditional and tireless love, care, and support. The petitioner would not be where he is today without the unwavering support of his parents, and he would like to also thank his brothers for their constant care and support. The petitioner would also like to record his utmost appreciation to his pupil master, Mr. Brian Ho, for the ample opportunities and guidance, the unwavering commitment in seeing the petitioner emerge from his pupillage, prepared for the demands of the legal profession. To Mr. Wilson Ho, gratitude is given for the abundant opportunities and guidance throughout the course of your humble petitioner's pupillage period. To his fellow colleagues at the firm, namely Corinne, Henrik, Sherlyn, and Mincy, for their guidance, friendship, and support. And finally, to record special thanks to Ms. Lim Swat Yi for the unwavering love, care, and support she has given to the petitioner for the past 7 years. Notwithstanding the above, the petitioner is eternally grateful to his lecturers, academic seniors, and friends for instilling in him a strong passion for learning and practicing in this demanding legal profession, which has to consider the balance of the interests of the public, the administration of justice, and the instructing client. Last but not least, your humble petitioner extends his thanks to one Mr. Faris Jinnah, that would be me, for kindly agreeing to move his call today despite my busy schedule, as he informed me. But unknown to the petitioner, I've been carefully placing subliminal suggestions for the last many months and weeks that I should move his call. Hence, the pleasure was always mine. My lady, I believe your humble petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I also believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order, that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections to the petition. Dengan izin Yang Arif, dengan itu saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya Pempetisyen Gary Huang Silit diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Pihak kami tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Gary Huang Zilit sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Gary Huang Zilit dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar pihak Pempetisyen Encik Gary Huang Zilit dibenarkan menyarungkan jubah diri beliau.
Silakan Encik Gary Huang Zilit.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Yes.
Petisyen ketujuh WA-18-2207-12-2019 Chua Yi Sung.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chua Yi Sung, Pempetisyen ketujuh.
Yes, Madam Chua.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya HB Chua Huan B, hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Chua Yi Sung pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris Yang Arif.
Dibenarkan.
Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner Chua Yi Sung. The petitioner was born in Kuala Lumpur and is the first child of Mr. Chua Siong Seng and Mrs. Chu Chun Hong. Yang Arif, the parents is my nephew and wife. So the petitioner had his early education in SJKC Chung Kok and his secondary education in both Methodist Boys School KL and MRSM Bursary Perlis. In order to protect the interests and rights of his family, the petitioner decided to continue his tertiary education in law because he believed that people are governed by law and no one is above the law. And one day he is able to speak for the needy people to get justice. Yang Arif, the petitioner thereafter decided to pursue a law degree at University of Liverpool, where he graduated with a second-class honours in the year of 2018. He then continued with the bar professional training course in Birmingham and was then called to the Bar of England and Wales. Thereafter, this petitioner commenced his pupillage in Tetuan Ravindran under the tutelage of my learned friend, Miss Shamila Ravindran. Along with the learning through the 9 months of pupillage, the petitioner realized that in any event, it is best to help yourself first before you may be able to help others. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express his gratitude to his parents. He would like to thank his parents for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which he would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in his life. The petitioner also would like to record his thanks to his pupil master, Miss Shamila Ravindran, for providing him with opportunities and her patient guidance throughout the pupillage, and for enabling him to gain insights from an excellent and disciplined lawyer. On this day, Arif, the petitioner would like to specially thank his friends who have also supported him all throughout his journey. The petitioner would like to thank all his colleagues at Tetuan Ravindran for their patient guidance and assistance. The petitioner would like also to express his gratitude to me. I am his paternal aunt, because as a mover today, and I have agreed to take out my time to move his call, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the AG's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Bar Committee, KL Bar Committee, respectively had no objections to his motion. Saya dengan rendah dirinya memohon perintah Pempetisyen Chua Yi Sung untuk diterima masuk dan didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Cara dan Peguam Bela Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Arif.
Pihak AGC tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Chua Yi Sung sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Chua Yi Sung dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk membenarkan pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendirinya, ya Arif.
Ya, silakan Cik Chua Ye Sung.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ya.
Dengan ini, saya menjemput Yang Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon. Tuan Muhammad Fitri bin Sadaruddin, the representative of the Attorney General's Chamber, Mr. Sek Hock, representative of the Malaysian Bar Council, Mr. Daniel Anamalai, son of N. Subramaniam, representative of the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Bar Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Malaysian judiciary, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all petitioners on your admissions as advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya. You have come to the final chapter in achieving your ambition. It is time for you to be prepared to face all the challenges and bittersweet of this profession. I would also like to congratulate your parents and your loved ones who had sacrificed a lot to get you to where you are today. Congratulations to the masters who had willingly and diligently shared their legal knowledge during the 9 months of pupillage period to all petitioners on the reality of this profession. I believe the petitioners are also thought about the do and the don'ts of this profession. Not to forget to all family members and friends who have been giving unwavering support to all petitioners throughout the journey. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks history not only for the petitioners who are admitted and enrolled as advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya, but also for the Malaysian judiciary in conducting this momentous proceeding virtually. This is an initiative by the Malaysian judiciary to ensure that the petitioners are able to continue their careers in the legal fraternity. This is the new norm that is to be adapted by all parties in facing the COVID-19 pandemic. The legal profession is a noble and respected profession. Since the beginning of civilized nation until today, this profession has been given great trust in their roles and responsibilities in implementing and upholding justice. Undoubtedly, this field has obstacles and challenges for its practitioners, especially during this period where the whole world is fighting the COVID-19 outbreak, which is impacting the world's economy, including the legal profession in Malaysia. As such, it can be said that the current situation shows that the average young lawyers will face the challenges of a competitive job market. Be that as it may, I believe that no matter what challenges and obstacles arises, it will not be a hindrance for this profession to continuously grow, and the services of the petitioners are still needed. In addition, the COVID-19 pandemic has also changed the lifestyle and method of communication to a new norm that needs to be practiced from now on. In the context of the legal field in Malaysia, most cases are now being conducted online and respond to the government's call to curb the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, we have to ensure that we are well equipped to face whatever obstacle that may occur, especially in empowering knowledge and skills regarding information technology. One of the fundamental responsibilities of an advocate is to maintain the highest professional standard of integrity and competence at all times. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. It takes years of experience to a skillful advocate. Continuous professional developments and educations can only enhance our legal competence. Spend your time in your initial years in the bar developing your advocacy skills. technology also has transformed the practice of law. Whether you like it or not, lawyers must be proficient in a wide range of technology platforms. I would like to emphasize that it is not just the intellectual skill that comes with work at the bar, but also the integrity which should be inherent in lawyers as officers of the court. On a daily basis, in the functioning of the courts, the legal profession plays a pivotal role, for a lawyer not only carries his professional duties he is trained for towards his client, he also assumes a role in safeguarding the sanctity of the legal system, for to do otherwise would be detrimental to its proper functioning. As Fali Nariman, the renowned jurist, stated, I quote, "If an independent judiciary is a backbone of the rule of law, as it has been often described, then an independent legal profession is a catalyst that helps achieve it." Lawyers as guardians of the law play a vital role in the preservation of society. The fulfillment of this role requires an understanding by lawyers of their relationship with the function in our legal system. They are first and foremost officers of the court. This is a role of paramount importance within the justice system because they assist the court to arrive at a just decision. It is the lawyer who sets out the factual basis for a dispute, the complaint of his client, who conducts the trial in accordance with the principles of natural justice, and of course, significantly provides guidance to the court in relation to the law. In undertaking these duties, a lawyer's primary and overriding duty is owed to the court. It is therefore of fundamental importance for lawyers to comprehend and accept that while they are agents for their clients who pay them for the work they undertake, their cardinal duty is to ensure that their presentation of their client's case and the law is honest, relevant, and of sufficient competence to assist the court. In short, lawyers are constrained to maintain the highest standards of ethical conduct. If they fail to abide by these fundamental duties, there is a direct and immediate consequence, namely that the administration of justice is undermined. Observe the ethics and legal responsibilities in order to instill public confidence towards this profession. In all cases, it is a shared responsibility between the bar and the judiciary to uphold the rule of law and to ensure that the justice system is served in transparent and fair manner. I'm confident that you will strive to achieve distinction in the pursuit of your career, and towards this cause, be respectful of the bench, the bar, your clients, adversaries in court, and everyone that you come into contact with. Mutual respect must be maintained and observed. Last but not least, be a lawyer who is dedicated, full of integrity, ethical and high discipline, and strive to improve skills and knowledge in this profession for the better future, not only for the petitioners, but also this profession. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you to everyone.
Court bangun.